Hey guys, what's up? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video. And today we're going to be checking out one of the new legendary cards that came out inside of the Clash Royale update, seeing as I have the Lumberjack inside of my shop. So pretty lucky stuff that I don't have to fish around in super magical chests. So I'm just going to go ahead and get 100,000 gold to be able to buy 2 of them, and that should be enough to get him to level 2. So I'll leave him there for now, and let's go ahead and upgrade him inside of my deck. So scrolling all the way down to the bottom, you can see the Lumberjack is one of the new cards. I actually don't have the Log, Ice Spirit, or the Bowler just yet, so I'm gonna have to open up some super magical chests to get those. But let's go ahead and upgrade our Lumberjack right now up to the next level, and to see how he works out. He's a really clunky card, it feels like. Not clunky as in his animations or anything like that, but it's really hard to use him effectively, especially with certain decks. But today, I'm gonna be trying out a deck that should be really fun, which is gonna be the Lumberjack Three Musketeers combo. You guys know I love the Three Musketeers. I pioneered the Giant Skeleton Three Musketeer strategy, the Golem Three Musketeer strategy I picked up as well, which is really fun. And let's go ahead and try it out right now on the multiplayer ladder. Now, the season did just reset yesterday, so a lot of people are going to be level 12 probably that I play, maybe even level 11. But let's go ahead and do a Lumberjack Three Musketeers push down the left-hand lane. And as soon as the Lumberjack dies, you guys need to remember that he drops a rage spell on the ground that should do insane work. So take a look right here. He actually is going to lightning spell down my Three Musketeers as soon as that rage spell drops. So I do know that he does have that lightning spell as a counter to my Three Musketeers, but you can see how effective they were in destroying that tower even before the Lumberjack was able to drop his rage spell. Alright, so cards right now inside of this deck, not really a lot of synergy. I've got the Mini P.E.K.K.A. as well as the Valkyrie, probably not the best combination. Right here, I'm going to drop the Fire Spirits as well as the Goblins right there, and I actually dropped it just a little bit too late. If I could have gotten the Prince to charge into a Fire Spirit or a Goblin, that actually would have been pretty good, but still, really not too bad right there. And we can see our Valkyrie get 1 or 2 shots off against the tower, and so far we are dominating this match. Now, you guys might know one of my favorite tricks inside of Clash Royale, which is dropping the Three Musketeers in the very center of their base. So I'm going to prepare for that in just a moment, but let's start another Three Musketeer push down the right-hand side, and I'm sure that he's going to bring out his lightning spell to try to take them out. It's really annoying facing a lightning spell when you're using Three Musketeers, so I'm just going to drop my Lumberjack. I wouldn't even mind if the Lumberjack got hit by the lightning spell, because he would just drop his rage spell, which is really what he's good for. Of course, he's a little bit tanky, but yeah, he's just gonna die right there. But still, we were able to do some good damage on that tower. Those 2 Elixir Goblins made the Royal GG only get 1 shot off against my tower. So far, definitely some great trades for us. And this is when we can look to drop our Three Musketeers in the center and go for the kill shot. All right, so another Valkyrie down the left. He's actually going to play his maxed out Barbarians on the left-hand side as well. Not going to work out too well for him, and looks like the Prince is going to go down. I actually dropped my Fire Spirits really close, hoping that the Prince would charge into one of them, and he's going to drop his Minion Horde, so some well-placed arrows should be able to kill absolutely everything in my path right there. Alright, so again, let's prepare for a Lumberjack push. This time, though, I'm going towards the very center. You can see I have the Three Musketeers prepped, and as soon as the King Tower locks onto the Lumberjack, we're going to drop the Musketeers, but unfortunately, they're just outside of range of the rage spell and aren't going to get that extra boost. But still, second tower of the game has now gone down. At this point, we can definitely make a push towards the center. Honestly, I don't know if we're going to have enough time because he's really low as far as his troops go. Fire Spirits will go down to take out the minions. Actually, they're going to get killed by the Wizards, so I'll just drop my arrows right there. And that's going to wrap it up for a pretty clean 2-crown-0 victory for starting off with the Lumberjack. So fun stuff. It's sort of hard to utilize the Lumberjack with Three Musketeers just for the fact that the Three Musketeers can be taken out so easily, especially when you cross the other side of the water. But check this one out. This one is against a level 9, which normally I never show on my channel, and it's really sad for those people at the season reset to see what happens. But I just want to show you how fast this battle goes. He drops a zap on his own King Tower. He knows it's pretty much over. And watch what happens as I go for the Three Musketeer push. So I've got the Lumberjack. I've got the Musketeers right here. And you can see the towers locked onto my Lumberjack. So as soon as he dies, it is going to be madness with these Three Musketeers. So take a look at the Lumberjack. The Lumberjack just died. The Musketeers are just outside of rage, but now they're going to walk into the rage spell. They're going to get a huge boost from the Lumberjack and just annihilate that tower in like half a second. So I wanted to show you guys that because it's actually pretty funny with the rage spell, and he was a good sport, even though it is unfortunate he had to go against a level 13. But let's go into another battle right here. We're going to keep using that Lumberjack Three Musketeer push, and starting off, I'm going to play my mini P.E.K.K.A. Looks like this guy's using a pretty common strategy of the miner plus a couple of minions, usually the minion hordes, but still going to be fine right there. And it looks like he dropped a zap right there, and he actually has a level 3 miner, so his miner's way higher level than mine. He's got a princess as well, but we can just go ahead and keep pushing, and should be able to take this tower pretty decently. All right, so tower is more than 50% down. However, I've got to be pretty aware about my arrows, a really popular deck right now, and especially since maybe like a couple weeks after a global launch, is the arrow bait deck, where you use Goblin Barrel, which got an insane buff in this update. You've got the princess, you've got minions, you've got the minion horde, and that's pretty much what he's doing here. So the minions actually did live with a sliver of health right there, but they're going to go down before they get to my tower. Mini P.E.K.K.A's charging down the lane, and at this point, rather than freak out, I'm just going to let the Mini P.E.K.K.A run down. He's actually going to get to the tower and take it all the way down to 243 before getting sniped down with his, or I guess his sword, in mid-action. All right, so Musketeers on the left. Let's start working on this left-hand tower, checking my arrow damage. My arrows do about 140 to 160, somewhere in that range. I forget the exact value, so they should be plenty enough to kill that tower down with 2 of those. Looks like the Three Musketeers gonna get just enough damage off to kill that princess alongside the goblins, and yeah. Didn't actually do too much with that poison spell, and now that I know he has poison, and you can see the arrows do 142, then I'm just going to focus on this right-hand tower and make sure I get that down before doing anything too crazy. Alright, so another Valkyrie on the bottom left. We've got the, I think the Valkyrie plus the mini P.E.K.K.A plus the Lumberjack probably isn't the best combo, just because they all serve the same role. They're all 3 of them are 4 elixir melee ground troops, which is a little bit unfortunate, including some lag right there, which is also unfortunate, but still, I went for a 2-pronged approach on this side. We've got the rage spell, which is helping out for the mini P.E.K.K.A. You can see the mini P.E.K.K.A is charging at his mini P.E.K.K.A, and it does get a swing off before going down. So at this point, still unable to crack that left-hand side of the base. I probably should save my arrows to kill his tower, but I did get an insane amount of value right there. I got the minions, the princess, and the goblins. That's 8 elixir worth of troops for my arrows, which is pretty nuts. Let's go for another Three Musketeer push down the right-hand side. Of course, the poison's going to be dropped. I don't have too much I can drop right here, but the rage spell is going to go down from the Lumberjack, and we're going to annihilate the princess. We're going to annihilate the tower, and that's going to be the first tower of the game. All right, so Valkyrie on defense. We've got the mini P.E.K.K.A. It's really hard for him to crack our defense right here, and that's pretty much going to do it for this game. He held out pretty well, and we did have the Lumberjack going down right here, but still pretty fun stuff with the Three Musketeer Lumberjack combo, and it's starting to be pretty effective in this one. Again, I'm still not sure exactly how to use the Lumberjack effectively. I feel like you obviously want to have him die, because that's when he's truly valuable, when he dies and you get that rage spell buff off. So I feel like maybe you could do some sort of, I don't know, you could maybe try the, you know, the double prince push that used to be so popular with the P.E.K.K.A as well as 2 princes. Maybe you could substitute the dark prince for the Lumberjack and make sure the Lumberjack always gets aggro in the very beginning from the tower and dies. So pretty much have the Lumberjack take all of the damage, and as soon as he dies, your prince as well as your P.E.K.K.A is going to be raged up. Maybe you have an ice wizard depending on how elixir rich you are, and you're able to storm down their tower. Meanwhile, speaking of storming down a tower, looks like this guy has a balloon as well as a giant pushing on me. I'm going to go ahead and drop my fire spirit. Should be enough to take out that balloon right there. Not even going to get a single shot off onto my tower. And meanwhile, the Valkyrie on the right-hand side actually did a decent amount of work. And seeing as his mini P.E.K.K.A died from mine, which was actually pretty good for us, seeing as we were fighting on his side of the map, things are looking pretty decent so far. So taking a look at what card we want to start with, I'm a little bit tempted to draw my arrows. He is using minions as well as the princess, so I have to keep that in mind. I don't have anything great for taking out the minions besides my arrows or the Three Musketeers if I can actually get those down. So I'll let the princess lock onto the tower. Goblins will be able to clean her up. You can see that he's going to have his minions on the right-hand side. The Lumberjack's just going to sort of wander down aimlessly and die. He is only level 2, so keep that in mind. Obviously, at level 3 and level 4, which is more typical for being level 13, he'll be a little bit more powerful, but still haven't found the best way to use him on this account. And even though this is sort of a troll deck using the Three Musketeers, I actually think the Three Musketeers, for the fact that they outrange the rage spell of the Lumberjack, makes it a fair bit disappointing that you can't put those together because it would be such a fun combo. But still, we got a huge push down the right-hand lane. Meanwhile, he's pushing down the right, but I feel like I can just go for the 3 crowns. So I'm going to let the Valkyrie go ahead and tank for the King Tower. We've got the 3 Musketeers locked on right there. And at this point, this one's pretty much over. We still have 2 Musketeers shooting down the King Tower. And yeah, it looks like they're going to actually be able to clean up the goblins, and the Musketeer is going to turn around and get one final shot off on the King Tower and end up wrapping up the game for us. So some fun battles using the 3 Musketeer and the Lumberjack combo since the season just reset. I'm going to keep pushing on this account. Honestly, I've been playing on this account a lot because of the win trading at the top, and I'm going to talk about that in a future video because it's been really killing my enjoyment for pushing at the top of the game. It's really disappointing how it hasn't been handled by now, and it's been 6 months since the game went into beta, but I will talk about that in a later video for you guys because I'm going to have to write down some thoughts. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about the Lumberjack. If you have any decks you want me to try out, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.